Good morning. We're in Psalm 105 today, a beautiful psalm that really tells the narrative of a nation and how they think of themselves. 105, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's a longer psalm, but let me just begin it with this way. Give praise to the Lord. Proclaim his name. Make known among the nations what he has done. Sing to him. Sing praise to him. Tell of all of his wonderful acts. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always. Remember the wonders he has done, his miracles and the judgments he pronounced. You, his servants, the descendants of Abraham, his chosen ones, the children of Jacob. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. Key verse, verse 8. He remembers his covenant forever, the promise he made for 1,000 generations, the covenant he made with Abraham, the oath he swore to Isaac. He confirmed it to Jacob as a decree, to Israel as an everlasting covenant. To you I will give the land of Canaan as the portion you will inherit. Okay, the rest of the story is telling how that covenant worked out in real time in real people's lives, how it led Abraham to Canaan and Isaac and Jacob down to Egypt through Joseph, and then the preparation of a people in Egypt, and then the redemption, the Passover, bringing them back to the promised land. This is the story it tells, the whole psalm, and I encourage you to read the whole thing. And then it concludes this way: For he remembered his holy promise given to his servant Abraham. He brought out his people with rejoicing, his chosen one with shouts of joy. He gave them the lands of the nation, and they fell heir to what others had toiled for, that they may keep his precepts and observe his laws. Now here is the crucial understanding. It's the narrative of Israel, the understanding, the self-understanding. We are the chosen people. God chose and promised. His covenant is his promise to this people. And they are now looking back over long swaths of time and saying, look how faithful God has been to his promises to us. Look how he has worked it out. Look in generation after generation how he fulfilled the things he said he was going to do. It's a story of God's faithfulness, of his character, of his truthfulness, of his promise. And by looking back and seeing God's character, his faithfulness, his promise, it allows us to, in the present moment, be at rest, and in the future, count on God's provision. This is the nature of God's character, his holy character. So even you and I, as we tap into this larger story, first Israel, and then Jesus, and then his church, we're a part of this long narrative of redemption, God making promises and fulfilling them, such that in this moment we can be at peace, and in the future we can count on God's faithfulness. That's the story of Psalm 105. I encourage you to read the whole thing. Grace and peace to you today.